Hello there, welcome to this Q&A vlog guys. So I posted in my story a couple of weeks ago saying that I was going to be doing this and for you to send in your questions, and you very graciously obliged, so thank you for that. So let's jump straight into it. The first question, which is the one I received the most about by far, was about the wedding, obviously. So just a general update, just general questions about where we're at with it. And as you'll see if you follow us both, we have our venue, we've organised photographers now, which is obviously a really big thing. It's a husband and wife partnership that do it. They are based in Pisa, and they have experience at the venue as well, so we're really excited for them to be filming it. We love their work. It was very much our style, kind of classic, really tasteful, just really nice. So we're super excited. They seem really nice as well. We haven't actually met them in person yet, we've just kind of been liaising with them through DM and email, but they seem wonderful, so we're really happy. That's another massive box ticked. Ava's dress is obviously organised, the Leganza are doing that, and organised my suit as well. I'm going, well, in fact I won't tell you what colour suit I'm going, you just have to see on the day in a year. But yeah, so it's going really well. I'd say we're definitely ahead of schedule, and if you know me, you know I like to be proactive, so that is very congruent with my personality and how I like to do things. And Ava as well. Ava loves to obsess over detail and get things done as well. Ava's also a box ticker in a slightly different way to what I am, but she also likes to cross stuff off the list, so I'd say we're definitely ahead of the game at this juncture. That being said, don't want to get too relaxed and then leave the rest to the last minute, so we're on top of it. I think the next big thing we need to organise is the registry office wedding here. Obviously it's a bit of a hassle to actually get legally married abroad, so we're going to do a registry office wedding here, and we're going to do that just the two of us. We just want that to be super intimate. We'll organise a photographer for that as well, just one based here that we know and we like. He's really nice, so we actually have to get that booked and all sorted and stuff and do it legally, and obviously organise outfits and stuff like that as well. So that's a big one still to be done. I don't believe it'll be too difficult, but I would like to get it organised and have a tangible date in for that sooner rather than later as well. Don't want that hanging over our heads. But yeah, so that's essentially where we are with the wedding at the moment. Ticked off a few major boxes. We sent out our save the dates the other day as well, which was nice. It was nice to get everyone's feedback and just chat to everyone a wee bit about coming and stuff. So super excited, and I would say we are ahead of schedule right now, so all positive. The next topic we got a lot of questions about was, how's the house? Yeah, we absolutely love it. As I said at the time, you know, I done a moving to our dream home series, and you know, it really is in terms of just like setup and location, the aesthetic. I've already been through all this before, so I won't go too much into it, but it really is our dream home, and we do absolutely love it, and we're so happy here. Had a bit of a disaster recently. We got a new washing machine, and it doesn't go straight into the wall. Like it has to connect to the sink, which is actually the other side of the kitchen. I don't believe that the pipes were connected properly underneath, and they just kind of separated and came to pieces. It flooded our downstairs neighbour. I was cooking at the time, so there's two incidents here. I was cooking it the first time and I heard like water running, but it was like a strong hiss. I thought, is there gas on? Like, is there a leak from somewhere else? And I was looking all around, and then I just seen water coming out from underneath the cupboard, and oh god, it was like, I'm talking hundreds of litres a minute. Like it was spraying out like a fire hose. I couldn't get the pipe to like marry back up. Couldn't get it. It was like a wee L-shaped, and I just couldn't get it back on. But we eventually managed to turn the stopcock off under the sink and get it stopped, and then just reconnected it, and it was fine. However, we were both out a couple of weeks ago, and I came home to a note on the closed door, like the lady downstairs. Essentially her flat, something was, you know, water was coming in through the ceiling again. Could one of the upstairs flats check that it was, and I just knew it was us because of what had happened before. And I went in, and lo and behold, the kitchen was basically underwater. So absolute disaster. And I have to say, our neighbour down the stairs took it like an absolute champ. She's the most gracious, nicest person in the world, because even though it isn't actually our fault, when something like that happens and your hallway ceiling is essentially caving in and it's raining, you want to direct your anger at someone. And me personally, if my upstairs neighbour, even if they were the nicest person in the world, I would be probably directing some sort of confrontational energy towards them, but she didn't. She was so nice. Because I went down and chapped her door after I had turned the water off again phoned the emergency plumber, phoned Ava. So I went down about half an hour later to chap her door. Bearing in mind, so the water's been off for half an hour and it was still raining through our ceiling. So, I would be annoyed. And she was so nice. She was like, no, I know it's not your fault. I've done it to someone before as well. We hadn't actually started getting it repaired from last time, so don't worry about it. I was like, God, she really, really took that really well, and I just couldn't apologise enough. So even though obviously it wasn't our error, it's still not a nice thing to happen. So I think there's going to be some flowers coming her way. But yeah, that was a bit of a disaster. The other big thing is obviously we've got a dressing room each, and Ava's looks absolutely immaculate, and mine's looks like a boys' room. And that it is just kind of half finished, and because the place came furnished, there's some oak furniture in my dressing room, which I don't really love. It's good quality and stuff, but it completely contrasts with the rest of the room. Same with the walls and the carpet, they don't really go with any of my own furniture, so it's a bit higgledy-piggledy. I don't really love the aesthetic of it. I don't shoot much in my room because it doesn't really look that nice, so I really want to get that sorted. I want to get some nice prints for the walls. I want to get a nice big rug. I'm going to ask the landlord if I can get rid of the furniture in there and just put my own bedside tables and stuff in as well, because I absolutely love my dressing room, but I do not enjoy the aesthetic, and I just think we're planning to be here for the foreseeable, at least until we get married, so I would like to make it obviously as aesthetically pleasing as possible. But yeah, overall we're so happy here. We absolutely love the location. I didn't think I would be as happy here as I was at the old place, which was obviously more in town, but I really, really am. Absolutely love it here. I love the neighbours. I love the surrounding kind of environment and setting. I love nipping to places around to get brunch and stuff. So we're both so happy here, and we really couldn't love it anymore. So yeah, amazing, really, really happy. The next question is about our plans to move away. So yes, we are still planning to move away indefinitely. We're going to get the wedding out of the way first, and then we're going to get into full swing and really start taking action about moving away. So we hadn't been sure where. Obviously, I've communicated many times that my goal is for us to end up in Italy and then just live there forever. Ava likes the idea of having an apartment in Paris, and then I actually fell in love with Rhodes so much when we got engaged there, and Ava did too, that I would quite like to live there for a few years. It's so nice, it's just so chill and it's beautiful and everyone's really nice. And Ava made a good point that we kind of enjoy being in the hustle and bustle probably a wee bit too much for that now, and that would probably be a nice place to retire to or to live after we'd done another 10 years in a city and we are really ready for things just to be nice and chill. So I think somewhere like Rhodes maybe eventually, or an Italian equivalent in terms of aesthetic and chill atmosphere, but I think probably for the next 10 years or so at least we will still reside in a city, because we do enjoy being in the thick of it and the hustle and bustle, and we like all our amenities, so shopping. So the plan is to do a few months each in a few European cities after we get married, and then once we're a bit more informed we can make more of an informed decision based on where we've been. I, as you know, would ultimately like to settle in Rome. Rome is my favourite place. It's where I feel most at home, even more so than I do here. So I would like us to end up there, but obviously Ava has to be as happy with that as I do. We have a rule, if we don't agree, we don't move forward. So we'll see. I mean, would I be heartbroken to live in Paris? Absolutely not. I love Paris. I haven't said that, I haven't been since I was a child, but I do remember how much I loved it, and I'm sure I would love it just as much now as an adult, and obviously we're going in July, so I'm sure I'll rekindle my love for it then. But I really don't think you can miss the mainland Europe, you know that? Paris, Rome, Amsterdam, Brussels, Berlin, be delighted to stay in any of those places. So yeah, I'm really, really, really happy we're doing that, and I just cannot wait to move away. I love Europe, I love the weather, I love the atmosphere, I love the culture, I enjoy being in new places, learning new languages and stuff like that. It's really suited to our personalities, so I really, really can't wait for that. And see, just on a side note, this nice weather, I feel so much better mentally and spiritually when I have a lot of sun exposure. I just feel so much more positive, mentally centred. I am someone who feels a lot of stress and overwhelm when I have a big to-do list, and when it's sunnier I've noticed I don't feel like that as much. I'm always just I have total mental clarity, that'll get done, everything's all good. So I would really like for that not to only be intermittently in the couple of weeks a year that we get with nice weather. I want to make that a permanent state of being, and that means means moving somewhere that has a lot more sunlight. So for me, the move can't come quick enough. Next one is kids. We get questions about this quite a lot. My views on kids and our views in general have really done a real 180. Right now, we're pretty certain that we don't want children. You know, we enjoy our sort of hedonistic transient lifestyle and just would prefer to keep having that, to continue doing that and continue living the way we're living rather than having children. It's so funny, I was talking to one of my friends the other week and she said, she's like, when I met you, you were obsessed with having this big Italian family and having about 10 children and you were so sure that your purpose in life was to be a father. And I parroted that belief for so long that I feel like I was born to be a father because I've got quite a nurturing personality. But and I do know that if we were to have children, they would then be my entire life. I would never, you know, I mean, and obviously this sounds obvious, but it really isn't. Like, I would never approach having children in a blasé, haphazard fashion. Once you have children, they are your entire life. And I do believe that I would be a very, very good father. But that being said, just because you would be good at something isn't a good enough reason to do it. And we just aren't sure anymore. So right now, we are certain that we don't want children. But never say never. Things might change in 10 years. We'll have lived a bit more. We'll have had much more life together. And, you know, we might think at that time, you know, there's a hole now and it's time to have a family. And so, like I said, never say never. You don't know how you're going to feel in the future. You don't know what your circumstances are going to be. You know, our mentality around it might well have changed because, you know, our mentality around it is fluid. Obviously, we were certain before we wanted children and now we're pretty certain that we don't. So, never say never. I do love kids. I think we just really cherish our freedom right now. And obviously, your life totally changes when you have children. Like, you get so much back and, you know, you would just love them so much and just cherish every moment with them and make so many amazing memories and just watching them develop as people. So I'm sure it would be magical. We're just not ready for it right now. You know, we just love our life so much right now, we don't really want anything to change. But, you know, the nature of life is transient, so we'll see. Never say never. Right now we're certain we don't. We'll see what happens in the future. Finally, diet. I don't really want to go into this too much here because obviously I do a weekly check-in about my diet and my fitness. I won't touch on it too much, but just in general, it's went fine. I'd say it's went better than fine. Like, I've made massive progress, both mentally and physically, but I wish I'd done a bit more. I wish I'd sacrificed a bit more. As I said in my check-in vlog this week, like, I don't really think I could have done any more activity-wise. I really feel certain in the fact that I pushed myself physically as hard as I possibly could and done as much activity as possible to get to my goal. However, I still had a few meals out, a few more off-plan meals than scheduled. You know, if I was in another city or stuff like that, I probably used that as an excuse to deviate from the diet a bit too much. Never, you know, to a gratuitous level, never to an extreme, but as I said, it all adds up. So do I wish that I was in better shape for going to Santorini? Did I envision that I would be in better shape? Yes. Am I a bit disappointed with myself? Yes. With the caveat that I'm still very happy with the progress I've made, and as I said, I'm just going to use it to put a fire in my belly for the next stage and go hard and be super disciplined in my diet. I'm going to go and I'm going to enjoy Santorini. I'm not going to think about my diet at all. I mean, obviously I'll still make, you know, good choices, but I'm not going to stress myself about it at all. I'm not going to stress myself with how I look at the end of the week. I'll still be super active, obviously. We'll be getting a lot of steps in. If there is a gym at the hotel, I will obviously utilise that, not even for diet, just because I love training so much. I would train every single day. I'm at the gym every single day right now. I love it. So yeah, I'm going to go to Santorini. I'm going to have a stress-free week, and then after that I'm going to come home and we do a rebuild. You know, we gradually increase the calories in a controlled and strict manner. I develop my legs, I develop my abs, you know, bulk, get really big and strong. I'm really keen to push the boat out and see just how big and how powerful I can get. And then from there, obviously, again, we go back into a cut. Got a few injuries right now as well. My body does feel a bit done, so I think, you know, the rest and relaxation of a holiday will help. You know, de-stressing will help, and then getting the calories back up will also obviously help. So I think it's nuanced, the diet result at the end of the day. You know, happy with the progress, feel like I could have done more, but I'm just going to use that for motivation, and I can't wait to get into the next phase. Right guys, that's us. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know your thoughts. And obviously there was quite a lot of people asking about these topics. These were just the most popular ones. There was a lot of other ones that are kind of random or stuff I spoke about before, but these were just, you know, the most requested topics. So let me know your thoughts. Let me know what you've got going on right now. You know, your wedding, your home, your travel plans, your holiday plans, your fitness, just anything. I love this community so much. I feel that we are such kindred spirits. I feel a bond with all of you. I feel a real affinity with the whole community. So please get in touch. Let me know what you think, and always, you know what I'm going to say? Shout it down the camera so I can hear. If you could like, comment, share, subscribe, I'd be eternally grateful. The channel is growing rapidly. Yeah, I feel so blessed, so thank you so much for being a part of it and let me continue to do this. Thank you so much guys, have an amazing week and I will see you soon. Thank you.